Back for softball. Welcome back to the Little League Softball World Series presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. We started action on Sunday, and now it's our second elimination day on this Wednesday. 2 games on the slate for today. And first up, it's a rematch of New Jersey and Japan. They played each other on Sunday, and Japan won 4-1. But today, it's a new day in New Jersey, hoping they're dancing on to the next round. Yesterday was our first elimination day game of the tournament, and Washington, with their backs against the wall, got a huge performance from Maddie Locke, who went 3 for 3 with a home run. She crushed it, so did Washington, and they advanced, beating Texas. New Jersey found their bats, were able to run rule and advance on to today. We just kept on going with this Japan team, who was so solid, an all-around game for them. They got a shutout of California and continue on in this tournament, just their second appearance in the World Series. And last night it was an all-international affair, with Canada coming back to win and eliminate Italy with a 2-1 victory. Canada will play Washington later today. We mentioned it, 2 games today, and our first one coming up is New Jersey and Japan, a rematch of Sunday. So these 2 teams very familiar with each other. And then later today, when we're finished with that first game, we're going to see Washington take on Canada. You win today and you keep your season alive, and you move on to Friday to another elimination game. Let's go. Time for more Little League. Courtney Lau alongside 2-time Olympic gold medalist Michelle Smith, 2-time All-American Amanda Scarborough. And man, the pressure has been intense these last 2 days, but these teams have seemed to handle it.
Yeah, they've done a really good job. I mean, this is a Little League World Series. There's cameras everywhere, people, everyone watching, but these clubs have done outstanding, and that's why they're playing in today's games.
Well, even yesterday was an elimination day, and I felt like we saw teams really settle in and play through some nerves. There was some tight games, and 3 of the 4 games came down to the later innings, and I thought that for an elimination game, it made things very interesting, but teams are settling in.
Well, for this New Jersey team, it was more like the New Jersey team that we saw in regionals yesterday. Their bats came alive. What changed, Michelle?
I think they were just more aggressive, and they were more comfortable playing a couple games in this Little League World Series and settling in. They had 9 runs in that first inning against Connecticut, 5 hits, an extra base hit. Juliana Floric-Dolcic with a bases clearing triple. The smiles were out for New Jersey after they put all those big runs up on the board in the first.
Yeah, that was the 6th run rule at this tournament. That seems to be a theme this year, but you can see the difference. Just 5 hits and 1 run Sunday against Japan, but yesterday 7 hits, much more efficient, and of course they plated those 13 runs. Well, they get another shot at Japan, who beat them 4-1 on Sunday. And for Team Japan yesterday, Amanda, their defense, wow, what made it so good?
It's just the way that they are so fundamentally sound in the outfield, middle infield, their corners, hard hit, bunts. They literally have every aspect of defense covered, and they do it just with so much smoothness, so much poise. And their 2 wins that they've had here at the World Series, they've only given up a combined 1 run. So their defense is helping.
Japan team, Sara Matsuda.
Yeah, Sara Matsuda, I love the way that she works her changeup, and this team effort here that they put into the circle before the game around her in the circle. But Matsuda can spot her fastball all throughout the zone, and has a changeup that she'll even throw for the first pitch of the game, and she'll throw that pitch in any count. She has really good command.
Winner of this game will move on to Thursday to face the loser of Puerto Rico and Kentucky, which will be played tomorrow. Michelle, for these New Jersey hitters, what's got to be different against Matsuda today?
Well, I think they are going to be able to recognize that she throws on the corner. She's going to put the ball over the plate and attack those pitches when they have the opportunities.
Look at Sara Matsuda working ahead early, 0-2.
Well, and that's going to be the key. If she's going to work ahead early, they've got to be aggressive early.
And we've seen her a lot in the circle for Japan. She has been the ace that they've leaned on.
Lifts this one towards the shortstop, Nioka, and it just rolls past her. That's going to allow Annalise Curley to reach. Well, Sara Matsuda has started every game for Team Japan, and on Sunday she struck out 4 against this team.
Yeah, there's that changeup that was working down in the dirt. You could tell that this changeup gave them fits in the first game, so you know they're going to have to defend that pitch. She even got calls low in the zone, toward the bottom of the zone, that made that changeup more effective.
Frankie Velarde trying to lay down the bunt after her teammate reached on the error, and she will move Curley over to second.
And Matsuda also has a bit of a unique pitching style in the sense that she disengages, you know, from the ground, and it's a little bit of a different look than maybe what that New Jersey team was used to. Seeing her the first time, obviously a little bit more prepared here in game 2 against her.
Here's Jalen Brown, the pitcher for New Jersey. Jalen, one of those players that the coaching staff told us she is a gamer. That's why they call her the Jalen Express. They'll ride her in the circle. Hops over to Ari Nioka, who's having a tough start to this game.
A little bit of pressure on that play. I think she could feel Curley behind her. It's one of the hardest plays for a shortstop.
The right fielder,
So a couple of errors have allowed base runners to reach all the way over to third. It's runners on the corners right now with a Briella Bogner.
Now the defense pulled way up the middles, just behind the pitcher, Matsuda.
And runner going to second will take that because there's nobody over there covering the base. Getting rid of that first and third situation. Bogner was 1 for 2 with an RBI against this Japan team on Sunday. Nickname Bree Bomb.
That's right.
It's always a good one.
Looking for a Bree Bomb, just like Bree Ellis.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who still is hitting them, by the way.
In the AUSL. This one out to right field. Kamiyama trying to throw home and hits the runner on the top of the head as she comes across the plate. I don't know if you could try to do that again.
Curley got a really good jump.
Really good jump.
Third base. As soon as the ball got in Kamiyama's glove, she was taking off. Strong throw, gave everything she had into that throw that ended up hitting off of Curley, but her jump at third base, she was right on time with the catch in right field.
And New Jersey, the team to strike first here after that leadoff batter reached on an error and now has come around. 2 errors in this inning for Team Japan, who played such clean defense yesterday.
Yeah, very uncharacteristic.
courtesy runner for
But this New Jersey team, they know they just need to put the ball in play. That's one of the keys to being successful, is make your opponent make the plays.
Courtesy runner now at third base for the pitcher. So Briella Bogner, who was the last recorded out, will come in to run for the pitcher when there's 2 outs, and Carly Leonard will step up to the plate. Opportunity for more damage here for Team New Jersey.
This New Jersey team, it can be very aggressive. We saw it yesterday against Connecticut with those 9 runs in the first inning. They're regional as well. They would come out early, aggressive, swinging, trying to really press the hand of their opponents.
And it's a New Jersey team, Amanda, that's been together a while. I mean, there's this core group of 10 girls that have played a lot of softball together. So that chemistry showed up on the field definitely yesterday.
Oh, this team feels very connected, and through adversity, they've been able to fight back this summer. So losing their first game is a familiar position that they've felt throughout the summer, to be able to recover, and they recovered in a big way. After you lose that first game, to put 13 runs on the board and answer back, that's a response.
This one towards foul territory, it will drop. New Jersey in the regional note, they're led by Neil Gay, who is the manager of this New Jersey team. He's got a set of twins on the team.
It doesn't matter, you did your job. And guess what? We scored a run, 2 outs. Come on, 7. Keep hunting, 7, keep hunting. Let's go get it, 7, come on.
I can promise you that in our conference call with Neil Gay, he brought the same energy that you're going to see on the field. Hit back.
Team through regionals here in the Little League World Series. She's got a great changeup that she uses often. It's a knee buckler, but she'll set that pitch up with a fastball, a little bit of a screwball, curveball combination, but you can see her numbers have been outstanding. She did a good job against Japan, just didn't score as many runs. So the fact that her offense got on the board in the top of the first is a good sign for New Jersey.
So there's a lineup question happening for Team Japan right now. We did notice when the lineup was turned in that there was a last name that was incorrect. I wonder if that's what they're asking. But for this Japan team, they scored 4 runs against New Jersey on Sunday, held to 2 runs in that loss to Puerto Rico. And then yesterday, I mean, they just scratched across 1 run, Amanda, and pitched a shutout to survive and advance against that California team.
Yeah, it was just a scrappy win that they put together, and somehow that's gonna, or some days that's how it's going to be in an elimination game, especially when the competition is so fierce, everybody fighting for their summer and for their seasons together.
Leading off the bottom of the first for
And,
Asia
you know, the
Pacific.
tricky part about Japan's offense is that they have a really good short game. We even saw 2 different 2-strike bunts that they put down. One of them helped lead to a run.
Yes.
And Jalen throws in a first pitch strike to Mako Kamiyama.
Immediately goes to that changeup, second pitch of the game.
This one rolls over to Juliana Floridoslik at first. Well, Jalen Brown had 4 strikeouts against Japan.
Well, she used the majority of them using that changeup, but she really has a great ability to paint the corners, and that's really the key. Japan was not prepared for that changeup, and I'm sure we're going to see her use it a lot today as well.
Well, Neil Gay, their manager, calls the pitches, and he told us, loves to call the changeup.
Yes. He's involved in every aspect of the
just
game.
yelling out the numbers. Yuri Yamao, the catcher, up now.
And quite a big outfield shift that we have from Leonard out in left field and Copen in center field. They are playing essentially like a secondary infield with how shallow they're playing. However, the right fielder Bogner is playing pretty deep in right field. So unique outfield shift that New Jersey is running.
That one pops up, bounces foul.
And that's kind of the defensive shifts that he's calling from inside the dugout when he was saying 3-6-6-1 or whatever the numbers was that he was calling out. His team knows where to go in their certain defensive positions based off of what he's saying in the dugout.
Well, by bringing the outfielders in, it allows the infielders to play in a little bit more. So a shallow hit on the infield they'll be able to get.
And Yamao is going to swing through that, and Jalen Brown's got her first strikeout. A little smile on her face, too.
And it has this over-the-top spin to it that creates some drop ball action. That pitch just falls off the table.
Yeah, and the placement of this, too, knowing that she's ahead, doesn't need to be that close to the plate. She gets the big swing and miss.
And it looks like the outfield is pushed back a little bit for Kano Kimura. And Kimura's only hit of this tournament came against Puerto Rico, where she was 1 for 2 on Monday.
Changeup is just so good.
Yeah.
I like how she's not scared to get right on top of the plate as well. Her toes are on the chalk line.
Back to the shortstop, Frankie Velarde, taking her time, not rushing to get her 3rd hit of the tournament, her first double. So now she's got a double and a triple this week at the World Series. Aviana Gay, the second baseman, going with bunt back to Matsuda. The pitcher throws over to the second baseman, but that does advance Floridoslik to 3rd.
You can tell this New Jersey team is just so much more prepared. They understand what they're hunting against Matsuda.
They're going to look you back at
Sophia Tolentino got a hit off of Sara Matsuda on Sunday.
And the defense for Japan, the middles, look at that. They're like not much further behind the pitcher. They are pulled way up.
Here we go.
Looking at that runner at third, diving back in is Floric Doslik.
Pitch out.
Yeah, that was actually a pitch out, and that was actually a designed play for the shortstop to come in behind the runner. We take a look at the way this is all set up. She was moving even before the pitch was thrown, and the third baseman pulled up, Kimura, so trying to get that second out of the inning and trying to pick her off at third base.
Everybody had a place in that play, and everybody knew that it was going on. Oftentimes at this age, you might call that play, and then there's one person who didn't get it or see the sign.
Just rolled off the bat and died. Runner back to third, and now Tolentino looking to go to second. Doslik diving back into third. Now heads up for Sophia Tolentino on the base paths to go ahead and take second base.
Yeah, that's like a full swing bunt, and not a whole lot that Matsuda could do with that.
Good job. Tag up
New
on a fly
Jersey
ball.
is cooking here, trying to
That's what you did exactly what it's supposed to do.
get some more runs across.
Pitch selection.
Pitch selection, yelling to Liana Gay, his daughter.
Ball.
You can see New Jersey's moving on the base paths.
Done a good job of just putting the ball in play, using a couple sacrifice bunts in each inning, and just putting pressure on this Japan defense. No strikeouts so far for New Jersey.
Gay takes a big cut for strike one. Lee the G, as they call her, looks up to her dad, who is the manager,
Here we go.
Neil. Did they call an illegal pitch?
Looks like they did.
Yes.
So once your hands come together, you can't pull them apart and put them back together.
Yeah,
so
to deliver the pitch.
yeah, so that's a ball for the batter. And that is ball 4 to load the bases for New Jersey. This New Jersey team, Chris, is cooking right now.
They are. Neil Gay told me before the game he expected a completely different team than when they played Japan the first game. He said, this whole thing has been awesome, but they treat you like celebrities. You feel like you're on a vacation. So I didn't think my team was as locked in. And for as great as it is, we don't want to come here not feeling like we were playing our best.
They're playing a lot better yesterday and today. Running over is Ame Matsui. Runner's going to come home, and New Jersey leads it 2-0.
I know that's a run for New Jersey, again, being able to put the ball in the air, 2 sac fly RBIs. But look at Matsui run, pump her arms with her glove to be able to cover a lot of ground. That looked like it had a chance to land in the gap in left center field, but she reaches right at the last minute, full extension to be able to still get an out.
And I'll tell you what, I'm impressed that Juliana did not leave early on that she actually tagged up, because it looked like it was going to drop. And at this level, knowing and understanding you've got to wait for that ball to be caught, especially when you're at third, that was impressive.
Gia Gatto is a courtesy runner for the catcher at first base, with Misha Kopin at the plate. 2 on, 2 out.
The execution for New Jersey has just been so good already in this game to push across 2 runs.
2 sacrifice flies getting it done.
Here we go.
And I think we just heard an illegal pitch being called. Did she not wipe in between, or he made a motion like he was brushing off his pants?
Sometimes some of these illegal pitches are so hard to see because the umpire is going to be looking at her from the minute that she gets the ball until she delivers the ball. And, you know, us up here, we're looking at the infield or the screen or whatever. And so sometimes it can just happen so quickly, but the home plate umpire is watching her the whole time.
And I think it was the third base umpire that called that illegal pitch, actually, before she threw it.
And we have 4 umpires here who have eyes on everything.
It's a 2-2 now with runners on first and second for Misha Koppen. Misha's favorite athlete, Kobe Bryant. Looking for her first hit this week. She's got it.
Well, it makes sense, right? Playing over there, just very fundamental softball, just the basics. They take care of the details, and like you can see that it starts out at a very young age. Just how they're communicating, how they're moving, always defense. I can watch them field ground balls like for days. I just love their fundamentals, their footwork, and how they make things happen.
Sarah Matsuda, the pitcher, is going to sneak this one out to left field, and she is aboard. And Natasha, it's just the second year that Japan has chartered Little League, so we're so excited to have them here. And we got some photos of you playing in Japan. When you got over there, what was the biggest adjustment for you?
Oh gosh, I mean, besides culture, food, and just being in another foreign country, I think just the game itself, the strike zone was a big deal. Just kind of managing that. The strike zone's a little bit different. It's a little bit wider for especially foreign hitters. I would say just the defensive games. I'm predominantly a slap hitter. And when I went over there, I had to kind of change my game a little bit and start to hit for power a little bit more because they're so good at defense. And so I wasn't able to get away with a lot of things. So it made me a better hitter, definitely adding more power to my game.
What were the practices like over there? Take us through a Japan practice day.
Oh, Amanda. I mean, there's so much. So it's literally an 8-hour day every single day. So you're going to be at the field from 9 to 5 no matter what. So having to learn to manage that and to be mentally locked on was the hardest part. Physically being there wasn't so bad. Was in shape, and I think that I was the most in shape of my career being over there. But just being mentally sharp. So in the morning, you're going to do your defensive practice, and you're going to do all defense. And then in the afternoon, we would do hitting, scrimmaging. But you're literally there all day long.
Yoka takes this one back to the pitcher and does move her teammate over into scoring position. Well, this Little League team, Natasha, they told us they practice on Saturday and Sunday for 6 hours each practice.
Wow, and that's long, I think, and especially for a young athlete. Just to be locked on, but it starts at such a young age, and just they are so mentally strong, Japanese athletes, and it starts at a young age. Obviously, 6 hours, that's a long time to be at the ballpark.
Tateno pops up back to Jalen Brown. So what's it been like to see the pro athletes here and interacting with these little leaguers?
It is the coolest thing. It honestly is giving me chills. Just, you know, for so long now, we really just have this North Star with this pro league, with AUSL, and these young athletes have seen all of them play on TV, and when they're walking through, how excited they are to see them because they recognize them, they know them, and that to me is the coolest thing. I don't know, I feel like our sport is finally in like this position where we have, you know, something to shoot for when you're a young athlete.
Yeah, which is great because we almost had to go to Japan. It really was the only legitimate professional league, but now we have the opportunity for our athletes to be able to make the decision, do I want to stay home in the States and play in a pro league, or if I want to go across the world, that's fine too. But it's great that our sport is moving in that direction.
Yeah, and just imagine, like, if we had that opportunity to stay home, I mean, I definitely would have loved that. I feel like I went off the map and just played some incredible softball that nobody knew about over in Japan, and just to be able to stay here stateside and have this pro league, it means the world.
You've seen athletes in limited from the very beginning. So that happened in 2020. It was the first season. Of course, AUSL, their first season was 2025. But how have you seen just Athletes Unlimited? Like, why has it been so successful the past couple of summers, especially with AUSL?
Well, I think the talent speaks for itself. Like, I mean, these are like the best of the best athletes competing at a high level. But I think, too, just the brand building. Like, we've been able to follow these athletes from college, and especially this last class that came into the Pro League, the rookie class. You know, a Carlin Pickens, a Nigel Kennedy. Like, these athletes that we've built up over college, we've been able to see them at the College World Series and follow them through their careers. And we're seeing them become pros and extend their career. And so I think that that part of it, too, of just being able to have that storytelling of, like, actually knowing these athletes and seeing them develop over time has been the coolest part.
It's so fun to watch.
Yeah.
Great games.
How are you going to define your team tonight? You guys should be aggressive at the plate. Like, what is Team Watley?
Oh, that's a great question. I would like to say that we don't really have like speed. We're definitely more power team. So maybe you might see the balls leaving the park a little bit. Yeah, I think.
Calling it.
Yeah. Hey,
let's go.
Yeah, gap to gap, leave the field. So we'll see.
Everybody loves the long ball.
Yes.
Have you and Coach Fernandez started talking any mess to each other at this point?
You know what? She is like the sneaky competitor. Well, she's not.
Curley's seeing the ball well today. Second time that she has been aboard.
Yeah, and super aggressive. This pitch, she's going to go up and attack it. This is a changeup. She identifies it, and holy cow, does she barrel that up. Just blast it into the outfield full extension.
That's a pitch that gave them trouble in their first game. And now look at Curley, set the tone, going up and then looking for that pitch, attacking it.
What are the odds we have two Curleys at the Little League Softball World Series? Kentucky's pitcher, her name is Michaela Knight, but she goes by Curley. And then Annalise's last name is Curley for Team New Jersey. And Frankie Velarde, the shortstop, was also reminded that we have two Frank the Tanks.
That's right.
I love Little League.
Yes, the nicknames are awesome. This is about the age, too, when the nicknames really start to come out, like especially sports nicknames.
There's Frank the Tank. Finds the grass right in center. Stop sign thrown up for Annalise at third.
Well, you can tell New Jersey is just on time, Amanda. You mentioned it. I feel like they're sitting, everything changed, reacting hard.
Yeah, another changeup again, to your point, that they're able to sit back on and drive it back up the middle of the field. But look, too, they're not so far out in front of that changeup that they're barely pulling it down the left field line for these right-handed hitters. They're driving it up the middle of the field.
Runner going to second. Jalen Brown reached on an error in the first inning. Brown seeing the ball well, too. Matsui backing up, runner coming home. New Jersey makes it 3-0. 3 sac flies in this game for New Jersey to score.
Well, they've done a good job of making sure that they're getting the ball out on the green when they have a teammate at third base. Don't always have to have that hit. It's just fundamental softball.
Briella Bogner had a sac fly in the first inning.
So between both of these teams, we're seeing some offense that we don't usually feel like we see here with Japan. All the things.
Do you have a Joe Evans impression?
Well, my favorite thing is the way that she gave high fives rounding third base for a home run.
Yeah.
That would, like, just
What made
all
it
of her
unique?
five. It's just like a very firm high five, and she'd get up on her toes a little bit, like when she'd get very intense to make herself bigger. So, yeah, we definitely had some Coach Evans things at A&M.
That's awesome.
Mio Okamura is going to lead off here for Team Japan. They left a couple on in the last inning. Remember, this is an elimination game, so if you lose this game, your season comes to a close. The winner will move on to take on the loser of Puerto Rico and Kentucky. And it's a strikeout for Jalen Brown.
Number 6, Saki Yamashita.
Jalen Brown has so much composure. I've been really impressed with her locations today. Look at the way she's going to put this pitch on the outer half of the plate. It's got a little bit of over the top spin, a little bit of drop. It gets another big swing and miss.
Well, Michelle, she really uses very good leg drive when she pitches. You can tell she's really into her legs. There's a lot of power and consistency that comes from her bottom half. Just with that push out, it's a very strong stride, the way that she drags and finishes her pitch.
Fundamentally sound. We've seen some really good mechanics here.
And Saki Yamashita reaching for that pitch as New Jersey's got its outfield in once again. Rolls to Annalise Curley at third.
Curley showing off the arm. She just blasts this across the infield.
Da-doom.
Wow.
Now, the glitter in the hair is definitely a trend this year, more than ever before. And my question is, how long does the glitter stay in your hair?
I was wondering as well. I think the answer is forever.
I was going to say, yeah, and how exactly do you remove it? I don't know that a shower can actually get it out.
Not get all of it.
I think you have to probably brush it, comb it out.
Ooh. We saw Team Canada also going for the hair glitter.
It's a thing.
That is definitely the thing this year.
Nice pitch. So that changeup shows up.
They curved a little too soon.
You know, Neil Gay loves to call that pitch.
One gets away from Jalen. Aoyooka seeking her first hit this week at the World Series. Trying to extend this inning for Team Japan.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Fly.
Yeah, just being able to execute a couple sacrifice bunts mixed in there, a steal, sacrifice flies, but being able to consistently score in an elimination game takes pressure off of your defense and off of your pitcher, because you're like, okay, not only is my offense going to score in the first inning, but we're going to score in every inning. Great, pressure off of me.
And look at the RISP difference from Sunday when they faced Japan. 0 for 4 to today through 3 innings, 3 for 6, Michelle.
Yeah, they've been clutch and just understanding what their mission is, just punching runs up across the board. And, you know, they have to have had a lot of confidence yesterday, that big 9 spot they put up on the board in that first inning against Connecticut. Momentum is a real thing in Little League softball.
Carly Leonard will lead off this inning for New Jersey. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up. Got some pregame rituals for Carly. Never steps on the foul line. That's pretty common. Wears a lucky necklace and listens to Mr. Brightside by the Killers before every tournament. Up into the air goes Carly, and coming over is Matsui from center.
You have to think about how young this Japan team is, you guys. They are the youngest team in the World Series, average age actually under 12 years old. So, I mean, they're already so talented for how young they are. They're also the shortest team in the tournament, too, probably because they're the youngest, right? You're growing a lot at this age, but can't wait to see if they're able to make it back next year, how much this team is able to really grow.
And we told you about how much they practice. On Saturday and Sunday is when they're able to do Little League practice. It's 6 hours per day. And Michelle, they practice a lot more than they play games.
Absolutely, and that's kind of the trend in Japan, is that even in the professional league, it is practice 5, 6, 7 days a week at times, and then games on the weekend. So it's a little bit different philosophy of youth ball. In the U.S., we play a lot of games. We don't practice quite as much, so it's interesting cultural differences, but obviously bode well for each country.
It's just their second appearance ever at the World Series, because last year was the first year they chaired Little League in Japan.
So we've talked a lot about their defense, Michelle, and just how Japan teaches fundamental defense and pays attention to the details. And then Tosh talked about how she swung away a little bit more over there. So talked about hitting, defense. But what about pitching-wise when you were playing over there? What was the biggest thing that you felt like you learned and brought to your game?
So I believe with the Japanese pitchers really focused first on locations. They had very good control. And so when you have that much time to practice, for me, I did the same thing. So I worked on my conditioning, my weightlifting, but also just really honing in my pitches and being able to work on one particular pitch and really be able to excel on that pitch before going on to the next one. And you see that even in the youth game with a lot of the Japanese pitchers, is that they like to really work what they call a straight masugu, or a fastball, and then change-ups.
Well, underneath it is Nioka. Chris, coming up to the plate next is Aviana Gay.
Yeah, how about this? Her dad is her softball coach. Her mom is her competitive cheerleading coach. Angelica coaches for the Spirit Factory All-Star team, and I was talking to her about how she manages the schedule, and she said, you know, those that do competitive cheer, it can be a lot. She missed some of the choreography practices to come here, but she still loves both, and as long as she does, we'll support her either way, being able to get her to all of the different practices.
Oh, it's great. And I love what Coach says about Aviana, about his daughter. He says, you know what, she's just like her dad, good traits and the bad traits.
Shout out to the parents.
That's right.
That are basically the Ubers for these kids to get to all their practices.
We used to call it Mom's Taxi.
Yeah.
Now it's like us Ubers.
5 stars in the app. Tips are appreciated.
You see a lot of volleyball and basketball as the multiple sports for these athletes. You don't see a ton of cheerleading. That one is a unique one.
One ball, 2 strikes.
It's never a skill I had.
Yeah,
A cartwheel, forget it. It wasn't happening.
Cartwheel test after the game. Let's go. Gay back up the middle, right past Matsuda in the circle. And Aviana Gay is on. That's her first hit this week.
It's a right back up the chute past Matsuda, who has done such a good job of feeling her position, but right under her glove, little reaction time.
It's one of the hardest plays for a pitcher. Anything hit from the knees down, right back at you. Just don't have time to get that glove down.
Sophia Tolentino. Tolentino's going to go up the middle, too.
You can just tell this New Jersey team is prepared. They watched film last night. We were chatting with Chris, and she was talking with Neil Gay about the team and what they needed to do to really scout the Japanese pitcher so that they were prepared. And you can just see it the way they're swinging the bat today.
Now it's Liana Gay, the twin of Aviana Gay, who is at second base right now. So mom has to be twice as nervous. Nervous when both of her daughters come up to the plate.
Liana's catcher, her dad was telling us before regionals, tough kid. She had gotten in a collision, had 3 broken ribs, didn't even realize it, never came out of the game. Was just impressed with the way.
Don't swing. Dead red, but come on, let's go. That's what we're picking out, 5.
And he says that she is the heart of this team. She listened to Dad. Change up, don't swing. She
Yeah. Yeah. Sitting dead right. This harder stuff, the fastball.
Good ball. Three balls, 1 strike.
Coming up later this afternoon as well.
I feel like it's been a while since we've seen some of those teams. You win, and man, it really helps you. Yeah.
Sometimes I wonder, you know, a couple days off, do the nerves set in even more because you're anxious to get back out on the field? And when once you're on the field, some of these teams, they just get on a roll and keep going.
I mean, in travel ball, you're used to playing like a ton of games in one day.
Yes. I would rather be playing than sitting and waiting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in North Carolina, because of a schedule change when we had to play 5 games in one day, they won 2 games in one day to be able to remain in the winner's bracket.
Yeah, that was on Monday, and then they won't play again until tomorrow. Yamanaka is leading off for Team Japan. Oh, excuse me. It's Akari Nagata who is up. Yamanaka's already been retired. Bunting with 2 strikes. Annalise Curley making it look easy. 2 down.
And Japan just trying to put the ball in play. Just a couple of strikeouts against Brown, but haven't really been able to barrel anything up.
On top of the order here with Mako Kamiyama. That's Shin Kishishida, who is the manager for Team Japan.
He was telling her earlier to
Staying aggressive, Giangato on the first pitch.
That Washington-Canada game has a chance to be a little pitcher's duel, I think, with Artie and Maddie Locke. As New Jersey just continues to stay aggressive, and another time of getting their leadoff on. That is the 3rd time in this game that their leadoff is reached.
When you look at your scorecard, and it is full top to bottom. They've done a great job of hitting all through the lineup, 1 through 12.
8 hits today for Team New Jersey. They had 6 against Japan on Sunday when they played, and Japan won that game. Misha Kopen.
Keep playing offense. Head down. Head down.
Neil Gay told us that these players are always together. Chemistry is definitely an X factor for them. They're always doing sleepovers at each other's houses. The 10 of them, there's a core 10 of this group that have been together for a really long time.
Well, that's what it takes sometimes. You know, sometimes in travel ball, you see kids, hopping teams, and they've stayed together a long time.
Oh, speaking of people staying together, how about this pack? Wow. Oh my God, this is amazing. Amanda's freaking out.
There's a big variety here.
There is.
Yeah.
Small dogs with big dogs.
Where's the one with the
like
pink tail?
It kind of feels like this age group where the variety of different sizes that you have
Yes.
at this age group.
In different haircuts.
We're next to a park, so lots of dog walking, and we are 100% here for it.
That's right. Our 4-legged friends can never see them enough.
Yeah, nope.
Got to get out while the sun is out, get a little walk. It's been a little rainy the past few days, so get some vitamin D and get your steps in.
Amanda Scarborough, 2-time All-American, pup analyst.
That's right.
And that's a strikeout for Sarah Matsuda, her first today.
Number 2, Seaman.
Matsuda's going to get underneath this pitch and just elevate it, being ahead in the count. Gets Misha to swing through it. Big first strikeout for her.
You know, a swing like that kind of tells you something as a pitcher, because I feel like New Jersey has really been locked in, down in the zone, dropping their barrels to the changeups and to the fastballs they've seen down there.
Siemens going bunt here. Kimura crashing from third. Moves over Gatto to second. Well, tomorrow, it's Major League Baseball on ESPN as the Royals host the Twins at 7:30 Eastern. Also streaming on the ESPN app. There's the park. I think one year, Chris Button went over there and did a report from the swings. Hard-hitting reporting right there. The top of the order with Annalise Curley, who we have been so impressed with at third base.
And with the bat, she's hit the ball hard. Look at this. Just got the guns out.
Definitely has the guns out today. Sun's out, guns out.
And they told us she's one of the easiest to coach. She holds herself to such a high standard and doesn't realize how good she is. Future Little Leaguer. Hey, friend.
Look at that smile.
A free pass for Annalise Curley. It is 2 on here with 2 away.
You can tell that they didn't want much to do with Curley in the game that she's had and how she can really put the ball in play at a high pace, high exit velocity. Kind of pitched around her there with first base open.
Frankie Velarde. First pitch strike coming in from Matsuda. Frankie told us she looks up to her older sister, Julie, who also played for Toms River Little League and played in the regional back in 2023.
It's great to see it's a family affair a lot of times in the Little League. We talk a lot about travel league, but community-based softball and baseball is the biggest thing that I love about Little League is that, you know, you're playing with your community mates, your neighbors, your classmates from school. You've got local businesses that support you. It's so fun.
Both runners advancing on the wild pitch. 2 balls and a strike to Velarde. And this New Jersey team, I mean, they had so many local businesses that have helped them fund this trip here because it's expensive.
It's a lot.
Travel all the way.
Well, they were up in Bristol, Connecticut for almost a week at the regionals and then down here to Greenville, North Carolina. So it's a lot of road trips.
Yeah, Coach Gay mentioned a pizza place, a bagel place, an ice cream place, and multiple others.
All the good
Another
parts of the
pizza
Jersey
place.
Shore,
Yeah.
right? Jersey Shore right there.
Yes.
Pizza, bagels, ice cream.
And now I'm hungry. That sounds like a complete meal. That is an awesome story. Thanks for finding that out and sharing it. That's so cool.
I mean, they are geared up, too.
And she's locked in.
Yeah.
Paying attention. Dad's pointing stuff out on the field, too.
Maybe we'll see her on this field someday.
That would be a story that we could show this clip while she's playing on the field.
We love a good story, especially when we have stuff to back it up. Yuri Mao over to Frankie Velarde. Want your child to experience the teamwork and fun of Little League baseball or softball? Visit playlittleleague.org and enter your address to find a Little League community program near you.
How about Jalen Brown? She's retired 8 in a row now. She's been on a roll. The defense has really been helping her.
This New Jersey team looks completely different than their opening game. I mean, they just look total, like a completely different team.
Well, think about it. It's your first game at the Little League World Series. You're playing a team from Japan. I'm sure that's unnerving. Kind of don't play your best game. And then you realize, hey, this is the same game we've been playing all our lives this whole summer. It's going to be okay.
You're right, just about the spots that she hits. Jalen Brown, I mean, that last pitch had nasty down movement right on the corner. Just so tough to barrel on.
Kimura, wow, oh, just pops out of Misha Kopin, the center fielder's glove, who's playing in on the edge of the grass.
Well, and Amanda, we've talked about this a little bit, but Misha Kopin, the center fielder, she was like a second shortstop. In a perfect position, great effort on that. Just rolls out of the glove.
It's going to be a hit for Kimura.
She's not happy though. She wanted to make that catch.
Yes.
It's okay, Misha. It was a great effort.
Sarah Matsuda now, the pitcher, who singled in the second inning.
It's a nice power swing right there from Matsuda.
David Alaba.
Switch out softballs here.
Pha tạt đưa bóng vào trong. Cavahan đang đưa bóng về phía trước. Vâng, anh ấy có thể thực hiện pha tạt bóng vào
Sarah
trong.
Matsuda, her dream job is to be a
Cristiano
professional
Ronaldo.
softball player. Going after the
Matsuda
change
bị cản
piece
phá.
here.
Quá
Maybe
đơn giản cho thủ
Gay
môn.
with the underhanded toss to second for out number 2. More and more, we're starting to see athletes when they fill out their questionnaire put, I want to be a professional softball player, or specifically, I want to play in the AUSL. So, right now, New Jersey in control of this one. Courtney Lyle, Michelle Smith, and Amanda Scarborough, and Chris Budden with you. From the Little League Softball World Series, we crown our champion on Sunday. Jalen Brown just into the grass, and I feel like it's every inning they go first pitch swinging, this New Jersey team.
Yeah, they've done a good job of getting their first hitter on. Actually, almost every inning for the 6 now.
Jalen Brown already has an RBI. She was one of the 3 sac flies that have scored those 3 runs on the board for New Jersey. There's Briella Bogner.
And that's such a good sign again for New Jersey. The rebound from their opening game loss and just being relentless in this game, being able to get base runners on in every inning, keeping their foot on the gas pedal. I mean, that in itself tells you a lot about a team's mentality. And you talked about it, Court, when we talked to Coach Gay coming into this World Series. He said flat out, we want to win the World Series. And not very many coaches come out and tell us that. We might ask, hey, what is your goal? He's the one that told us. We didn't even have to ask. Our goal is to win the World Series. And to be able to do that, you got to play like this, like how they've played the last 2 games after their loss.
Well, guys, 8 times they have put the ball in play on the first pitch in this game.
They're aggressive. Worked for them yesterday. And they're fundamentally sound when you look at all aspects of the game. Obviously, Brown's been really strong in the circle. They've had good defense behind her. I think really the component is the bats.
Bogner trying to lift it to right. She does. It drops. Jalen Brown gets down and thrown out at second. Kamiyama gets it there.
Kamiyama has gotten tested now 2 balls in a row. She is just constantly looking to make a play, and this time she gets the opportunity to get the force out. Good communication, knows exactly where she wants to go. And this throw, despite her body moving toward right field and then having to throw back in toward the field, that throw is on the money.
Yes. And Nyoka, the shortstop, making sure she's there, stretching out, makes the catch, shows the umpire like, hey, we got it.
No, still.
Always looking for the secondary play.
I think they're going to challenge this play at second. You get 2 challenges per game. If you're correct in your challenge, you get to keep it. And the call on the field was that the runner was out at second.
So that actually goes down as a fielder's choice, right? 9-6 fielder's choice. Let's get it, Stan.
Nice play.
Nyoka did a great job of stretching out and keeping her foot on the bag.
Yeah. You know, and that's a tough position for Jaylen Brown to be in, because you're not sure if it's going to be caught or not. You see it hit the ground, and then you got to continue to second base. That's very, very difficult as a base runner, because if you get too far off and they make the catch, you can get doubled off at first. I think as a base runner, that's one of the toughest plays to really read. Yeah, she's got to hold up, see it down, but then she still has to try to get 2/3 of the baseline down to be safe, and just doesn't have the time. And that's, again, the good defense of Japan.
Looking for good juju there.
He's looking. That's the safe.
They will confirm the call on the field.
Yeah.
Going with out. And so now Carly Leonard will get to step into the box. She's got Bogner on first via that fielder's choice. Kimura. The throw pulled the first baseman off the bag. Runner advancing over to third. And it ended up hitting Leonard as she was trying to take her base. That'll be an error.
Well, it looked like Kimura wanted to go to second, then was unsure because her second baseman looked a little bit late to get over there. So she decided to try to get the sure out at one, but then her feet were just trying to get back underneath her. Good idea, though. The idea to go to second base to get that force out just did not work out.
Runner going to in scoring position for Juliana Florek-Doslik. Remember the swing she had in the second inning for that double? It was pretty.
Yeah, she had a big triple yesterday in the first inning that cleared the bases.
This is an uncharacteristic game from Japan to have 3 errors on the scorecard. That is what has helped put them in this position, is their strong defense, being able to make plays.
And 2 of those errors came in the first inning.
There's that play again, trying to come behind the runner.
Rules change every day.
Nyoka going home. Safe! And runner is safe. As I think Yamal is blocking the plate, too. Not sure she was able to pick the ball up.
Yeah, I think the slide into the glove knocked it loose. So it's a good play by Japan. You can see she makes the catch, but then the foot comes in and it hits the glove and dislodges it. The throw maybe a little bit low in the way she had to catch it. See how she kind of traps it down. If she could turn her glove over, and it looks like her hand may have been spiked.
She's staying out there for Team Japan. Ooh, tough collision there.
Just a tough play from, you're probably mad, a little bit frustrated, you didn't make the play, and then getting cleated, and your wrist, and then kind of your body. Oh. And then she frames that next pitch like ain't no thing.
Back to work.
Back to work.
Aviana Gay, last time we saw her, she got a single. Pretty swing is going to drive in 1 run, maybe 2. New Jersey plates 2 more, and Gay sliding in safely to second.
And sharing her name, AV, driving in a couple of runs. Another hard hit ball that New Jersey gets a piece of, crushes this ball to the left side, and a little bit of lack of communication on Japan letting that backside runner who hit the ball get to second base. Nobody was talking on the field.
Sophia Tolentino. Remember, winner of this game will get a day off. They won't have to play tomorrow. They will play Friday at 6 p.m. against the loser of Puerto Rico and Kentucky. That game will happen tomorrow. And New Jersey in the driver's seat. Tolentino finding room, pokes it. Around comes Aviana Gay. Make it 7-0 New Jersey.
This New Jersey team just being aggressive on really good pitches. This is a changeup that floats upstairs. It's above her eyeballs, and she's able, look at the location of this pitch. She's able to barrel this up. That's almost like a tennis overhead volley.
And so it looks like we're going to have a pitching change as Toa Tateno coming over from first base to step into the circle, and Sarah Matsuda, who has been so good and so tough for Team Japan. Late runs here at the Little League Softball World Series. New Jersey plating 4 runs in the top of the 6th inning. Aviana and her sister Liana both on this New Jersey team. And Japan forced into a pitching change. For the first time, we'll see a different pitcher in the circle. They've used Sarah Matsuda through their first games, and now Tawa Tatena comes over from second base. Matsuda will take her spot.
Voted best hair on the team, and I think you can see why.
Yep,
that long, luscious ponytail that she's got going on.
Liana Gay up now.
Kind of fell on that last pitch. I don't know if she stepped somewhere that was a little bit soft out in front of her, or
Hopped right back up.
Kimura ready at third, 2 down.
Number 1, Gia Scotto.
Here's Giagato.
guys, I don't think that this Japan team, I don't think that they play like 11 and 12-year-olds. Like I genuinely mean it when I say I can't wait to see next year what they look like if they are able to make it back here. Can't ever take anything for granted. The road to get here is extremely tough for these teams.
Well, just think about the experience they've had on and off the field. You know, that's going to help drive them to want to continue to work hard to try to come back next year.
Past the third baseman, it goes Giagato. Runner getting the go-ahead to come on home, and New Jersey makes it 8-0.
A little bit of a spicy hop at Kimura over at third, gets to the outfield. It's a well-struck ball, and it takes a little bit of a bounce up. As soon as it gets to Kimura, it sneaks past her glove. New Jersey plates another run.
That's a hit for Giagato, making it 8-0 for Misha Kopin. Once again, a runner on second. Strike one from Tateno. Nisha Koppen, she's a collector, guys. Collects trophies and tournament rings.
It's become quite popular, the tournament rings. We did not get those growing up, and they are if you're wondering what a tournament ring looks like, just imagine a Super Bowl ring.
That's right. Seriously?
And it's that big. And then so you start to collect them for tournaments.
Is it for winning the tournament? Back up the middle goes Koppen. Speeding around is Gato, and it's 9-0 New Jersey.
Let's go.
Number 2,
Look at that. Last two games, 22 runs for New Jersey. They only scored 1 run on Sunday against this Japan team.
Yeah, they've been aggressive. They've been very disciplined as well. They have not chased a lot of pitches out of the zone.
I think they made it really difficult for Japan. They've hit the ball hard, put pressure on their defense, taking pitches out of the zone.
Yeah, and this third time through the lineup, typically you only get 2 at-bats in a Little League game going through 6 innings, but this third time through the lineup here in the 6th inning, they have just been on fire.
Jalen Seaman at the bottom of the order. She's on fire too. Got her first hit of this game, and it rolls. Seaman going back to first base, diving in. Runners on first and third.
Well, and this just starts to give them extra confidence.
I would never tell you this.
Extra confidence for their next game. I mean, now they've put back-to-back games where they almost have double-digit runs now in back-to-back games. It just starts to build that momentum, Michelle, like you were talking about, that confidence throughout their entire lineup.
10 of the 12 have hits.
This is not an offense that just relies on one player. And honestly, you can't do that here at the World Series. You have to have a team that's about more than just one player.
Everybody's reached.
Curley went down to dig for it. Just off the glove of Nagata in left. Speeding around, New Jersey looking for some more damage. And she slides into third.
Just missed.
Curley's done it with her defense and her bat. She's been on at every plate appearance.
Able to, again, go down and get these pitches. The down pitch is something that the New Jersey team just handles very well. They kind of are able to scoop up these pitches and drive them. She can cover a lot of ground, a lot of different angles, great footwork. And Curley over at third base, Annalise, she's just a ball player.
Look, when you have that kind of arm, you got to roll the sleeves up, no?
Yeah. Sun's out, guns out.
Yeah, ready to toss it across the infield like it's shot out of the cannon. Isui Terada walked in the 2nd inning. The only free pass issued by Jaylen Brown today.
Which is just real. I mean, that's exactly what you want to see, leading from the circle, an elimination game. And we talked about this in yesterday's game of the California pitcher going at Japan hitters. But just like these past couple of pitches that have been called balls that looked close, they have a smaller strike zone that oftentimes it's difficult for a pitcher to find the strike zone against them because they're so short. But she's been being able to handle it well despite giving up that walk there with some close pitches.
Yeah, just the 2nd walk, and Matsui comes out swinging. The runner advancing is New Jersey trying to corral the softball. Oh, nope. It was a foul ball, that's right. So she's got to go back. You know what? I like the mindset, though. Like, staying aggressive.
No balls, let's go.
That one gets past Gay at 2nd. It's 2 aboard for Team Japan.
Well, and it's just about finishing here. Even, you know, that throw in from the foul ball, that got a little bit sloppy, and it ends up going past like 3 defenders to the outfield, and then that error happens. And this is what we were talking about with New Jersey. They had played strong inning after inning after inning, but you have to finish.
Keep that focus.
Curley, she even peeked over at third.
She did. She was like, nah, I'm going to go to first.
Number 6, Saki Yamashita.
Japan down to its final out, facing elimination here. Saki Yabushita.
And Jaylen Brown been rolling a lot of ground ball outs. 12 outs on the ground, just a few in the air.
I think they had to get some help with some translation. Okay. Curley, how fitting is that? Oh, she dropped it, but picked it back up at first. And Team New Jersey stays alive in this Little League World Series. They eliminate Team Japan.
Annalise Curley getting every out of the inning. And that final inning, New Jersey looking so strong offensively, though.
Yeah, there's some teams in the winners bracket that can swing the bat offensively. Florida, Kentucky, North Carolina. We got to add New Jersey to that list after a 13-run game against Connecticut to get them here, and now 11 runs that they scored. 24 runs in the past 2 games.
Congratulations to Team Japan.